You are watching the YBAngry channel, where we show couples how to stay together one issue at a time. No fuss, no drama. It's just a game. In this week's episode, the issue is, do you play lottery too much? Well, watch this couple sit down and play YBAngry and calmly resolve this in just minutes. No stress, no drama. It's just a game. Decide who's going to be player A, who's going to be player B. Okay. Both players will use the This One detail cards to write down all the details to support their position on this issue. Only fill in sections 1, 2, and 3. Use as many cards as needed.
Frustrated. And I don't understand some of the things you do. I can't comprehend. I tell you the truth, I'm trying hard as I can. I'm so confused while we keep arguing.
So the first detail is you don't make it home in time for dinner. That's the first detail.
Okay.
So
That's the relevance of what?
the relevance of 9.
What are you saying to me is that you want me to spend less time at the store so that I could be home in time for dinner.
Yes.
So your step 5,
right.
is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so he's still okay. Is that right? Okay.
Right.
So I just mark it.
Yes, Mark, yes.
Oh, is it true or not true? I say yes, it is.
How relevant is it to you to be home in time for dinner?
Time for dinner. Got
Oh.
You thinking?
it.
Okay.
Okay.
What number did you put?
6. My response is I acknowledge your detail on lottery. I need to manage my time better.
So what you're saying to me is you realize that you spend lots of time at the gas station playing the lotto, and you realize that you need to manage your time so you can make it home for dinner?
Yes.
Is that
Is
right?
that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about it, but we're going to stay focused on this detail.
No, that detail.
Okay.
Okay. I realize that my time management is not where it needs to be when it comes to the lottery. When I get to the store, I don't always have my slips filled out. So I have to fill my slips out, and then I will have conversation with the other lottery buddies if they're present. Now, if they're not present, I typically can get in and get out, but I am distracted by a conversation, and we start talking, and I just lose track of time. Because that's just my way of, I guess it's an outlet for me, and I enjoy doing it, and it's just, I have a good time talking and laughing, with my buddies in the store, but I do acknowledge that can be, I can spend more time than I need to. I get distracted by that, and I expect for you to understand that, what I'm doing, but then again, I want you to understand it, but then again, it's not, it's still an issue for you because I'm not coming home. But I'm letting you know why I'm delayed.
So do we work on how to resolve it?
No, you right now. Just talk about this
Okay,
detail.
so the way that I feel we can resolve this is come home, eat dinner, and then go back and play the lotto. Because if dinner is served between 6 and 6:45, you have time to eat and still, or 6:30, you have time to eat and still get to the gas station to play before the machine cuts off, and you have already eaten dinner, and then you can hang out for an hour up there and eat. So maybe come home first. I can have dinner prepared and ready, That's my commitment, so that you have time to eat and still go back. And that way, once you're up there, you can stay up there as long as you want. But we've eaten, and that's the rest of your evening for your outlet.
Well, a lot of times I will stay, and that's depending on what time I leave work. I will get up there close to the time, close to 7.
To the cutoff machine.
Before the machine cuts off, then I go ahead and play for the night. That way I won't have to come back out again.
Right.
So that's why a lot of times I'm late. I catch the evening drawing, and right when it ends, and I'll be able to catch the night drawing, go ahead and play for the night. That way when I come home, I'm in, I won't have to go back out again. So that's another reason why I'm there later too.
So the compromise could be where you choose what nights, what time you get off certain evenings, so that even if we choose to say 3 nights a week we eat together,
right,
then I'll compromise and say 3 nights.
Okay.
And then the other 2 weeknights, then you're free.
Okay.
But give me the 3 nights to eat dinner with me before 6:30.
Okay. And so with that means the other part of it, I got to leave work on time, because that's another part of it too. If I stay too late at work, then that also cuts into that time.
Okay. So I'm willing to compromise 3 nights of dinner together, and then 2 nights and the weekends, you know.
Okay.
And I've always been okay with the compromise of every other night, or the nights we have leftovers, when I'm cooking. I think my issue is when I cook a fresh meal, I want the fresh meal eaten together. If it's leftovers, that's more of, okay, heat it up when you get home. I've already eaten, I'm on the computer, and you heat up your food. But if it's fresh meal, then I want to sit down and eat the fresh meal. And I think for me, it's more that I feel like if I'm going to come home and cook a fresh meal, that we should eat the fresh meal together. Out of courtesy for me, because I cooked, we should eat together. I shouldn't have to cook a fresh meal of salmon and rice and salad and then it goes in the microwave. That's my issue. So maybe it could be the nights we have leftovers, but the nights we have fresh food, I would prefer him to come home and eat like you would at a restaurant and then go back out. I'm willing to compromise because I don't cook every night.
Okay, my takeaway is that I feel better that we discuss this issue with your recommendations for a resolution.
So I believe he now understands my concern and is willing to compromise based on the meal that's being prepared for the evening. And it needs to be more planned. And I believe that he understands and is willing to compromise. Was there progress in the details?
Yes.
Okay.
And so the next one, was there enough progress to win the game? Once you come to an agreement, you won the game. If not, you have to move to the next cards.
Okay. Do you feel that we won the game?
Yes.
Okay, I do too.
Okay. So you guys, like a lot of people, settle with one card.
One card.
And really, it's just a matter of, I think one of the things, actually, let me ask you guys, since you're playing, this has been an issue for how long?
For a long time.
So why do you think I had to start recording, but why do you think in a few minutes you come to an agreement now?
Because it's always been an issue, and I think that playing the game gave us more insight as to the relevance of the issue. Because it's been such a long-term issue, it has kind of been resolved silently, because it was stressful, and I had to relieve my personal stress. So I sort of resolved it secretly, but not totally.
Okay.
It wasn't totally resolved.
And why do you think you guys are able to settle it tonight after all these years?
I think because the way that this game is set up, the questions, and it makes you think through it, and it makes you realize there's some things that you may not have known or just ignore. It opens your eyes to say, hey, you know, this is an issue and I need to address it. And it's just the format of how this game is structured to make you open up and take your blinders off. In so many words.
Yes, very good concept. And I think couples can use this game and have a set at the house. So when it's time to discuss an issue, you pull it out, and this is how you discuss it. This should be left at the homes, and we should have several cards. So when it's time to do something else that may be an issue, this should be the way you do it.
I did want to say, coming up with the right this one issue question is important to solve an issue. So, in my opinion, and I'm not some kind of psychologist again, we probably could have done a different issue question. The issue really sounded like it was, the question should have been, should he be home for dinner? It wasn't, Otto, still not home for dinner, you would still be bothered.
Right.
So it's not necessarily, it could be other things outside.
Right. So your real issue was,
come on,
should he be home for dinner? Share this video and help other couples stay together, one issue at a time.